In yoga practice, there are several things that we need to be very mindful of, and we need to customize the practice for our body. In this practice, we're customizing it for those of us that shouldn't take their head below their heart. And why is that? Well, when we do that, the blood rushes to our head. That creates a lot of pressure, and for some people, the pressure around the eyes is not such a good thing. Join me in this practice. If you've got blocks, grab them. If you've got a blanket, grab it. We'll begin standing. The head has to stay above the heart. So in other words, no deep forward bends, no downward facing dog, and of course no headstands, but we'll keep our head lifted and work on spinal extension, meaning drawing the head back slightly to really open the chest. Place your hands right in front of your heart. Press the hands firmly. Release your hands down. Inhale, reach your arms up and draw back slightly with bright eyes. Exhale, place your hands right in front of your heart again. Draw your breath in, just open the chest nicely. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, reach up and slightly back. Exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. And once again, inhale, reach your arms up, reach back. Exhale, place your hands right in front of your heart. Now we'll do those actions in a lunge. So step your left foot back and balance yourself as you just draw the right thigh down slightly. Place your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look up and back. Exhale, place your hands together. See if you can drop a little bit lower in your lunge. Maybe you have to sneak your left foot back more. Inhale, reach your arms up and reach back slightly. Exhale, place your hands right in front of your heart. And one more time, release your hands. Inhale, reach up. Reach back, nice open chest. Exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. Now step the back foot forward. Pause in Utkatasana. Notice how the front leg in that lunge gets a little bit tired. So keep a nice balance in your practice by doing the other side. So step the right foot back. Balance yourself in a lunge. Place your hands right in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up, reach them slightly back. Keep your hands nice and distance from one another. Exhale, place your hands in front of your heart. Release and inhale. Rise up. Can you drop a little bit lower in your lunge? Reach your gaze up and back. Place your hands in front of your heart. And a third time, release your hands down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up, reach back, reach your gaze back. Release your hands. Come to a prayer position and step the back foot forward. Pause in Tadasana. Get this nice openness to the chest. Now come to all fours position. In all fours position, if you've got blocks, you might want to use those blocks. You can step your right foot forward. Keep the right knee over the right ankle. Keep your left hip over the left knee. From here, place your hands in front of your heart, just like we've been doing. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, take your left hand forward, your right hand back. Maybe take your left hand down, reach your right arm up. Your choice. Release, come back to all fours position to step your left foot forward. Once again, line up your left knee over your left ankle, your right hip over your right knee. If you want blocks, grab them. Place your hands right in front of your heart. And now exhale, release. Inhale, reach your arms up. Now twist, take your right hand forward, take your left hand back and open the chest really nicely. Maybe you can take your left hand down and reach up. Good, just get this nice fullness to the side body. Release your hands down to the mat or the blocks and step your back foot forward. Stand tall in Tadasana. Get this nice fullness to the chest. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. Now step wide on your mat and in a wide stance, turn your right toes to the side. Lift your arms up. Just get this nice fullness to the chest. Nice length to the side body. Reach over to the right with the left hand lifted. You can take your right hand to a block if you wish, or just keep it on the shin. Get this nice elongation to the left side by reaching your left arm over your head. Invite the breath to expand from the pelvis to the armpit, out through the fingertips. Just keep this nice rooted quality of the back foot before lifting yourself to come out of the pose. Exhale, release your hands. Now parallel the feet. With the feet parallel, bend both knees, open your chest, squeeze the elbows in toward each other with the hands at the hip points. Now draw down just slightly, almost like you were about to sit in a chair. See if you can just draw your pelvis down a little bit more and lift up. Now if that doesn't feel right for your knees, maybe you've gone a little bit too far. Let's try that again. For some people, externally rotating their feet by drawing your heels in, your feet out, works a little bit better. So try that for yourself. So draw down just a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up. And let's try that a third time. Draw down a little bit deeper. And inhale to rise up. Let's do triangle pose on the left side. So as you turn your left toes out, your right foot is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Inhale, lift your arms up. Just get this nice fullness. Now notice if your hands are right in line with your shoulders, it kind of feels like it's tugging at the neck a little bit. So if you lift your arms up a little bit more, you feel a little bit more freedom. Draw your left hand down to the shin. Keep your right arm lifted. Spread your fingers. Pull in from the front foot to the back foot. Just get this nice engagement. Inhale, rise up, come out of the pose. Stay in this nice wide stance. Release your hands with your feet either parallel or again, heels drawing in, toes drawing out. Just draw your pelvis down. And as you draw your pelvis down, since we did that a few times, maybe you can do a little variation here. So keep your pelvis drawing down. Draw your right hand to the inner right knee. Take your left arm up and over. Push into the knee so that you get this nice engagement. Inhale, rise up to come out of the pose. We'll try that on the opposite side. So same action we've been doing. Thighs go back, pelvis goes back. You draw down to what feels right for you. Draw your left hand to the inner knee and just push against the inner knee. Reach your right arm up. Reach your right arm over your head for lots of length there. Lots of fullness. Inhale, rise up, come out of the pose. Exhale, release your hands. Now step your feet just slightly narrower. We'll come to a chair pose. So with your feet parallel, draw the tops of the thighs back, just like we did in the wide stance. Reach your arms up, draw the pelvis back. Just have this nice fullness to the chest. Keep on dropping the thighs down. Nice, easy in-breath and out-breath. Now, see if you can come all the way down to the mat. And you can lift up your heels if you need to. And draw your pelvis down to the mat. So one thing that is quite accessible for a lot of us in sitting is to get some elevation in the pelvis. So the elevation I'm getting is a blanket. You can also sit on your blocks if you wish. So as you sit just a little bit higher, that enables your knees to settle down just a little bit so that you have just a little bit better alignment. But if your knees are still higher than your pelvis, getting a little bit more elevation might be helpful. So you can use your blocks or another blanket to get a little higher. So now, in this case, my knees are a little bit lower than my pelvic points, and that's what I'm going for. So in the same way that we just did, turn toward the right side. This time put the outside of the left hand to the upper right knee and just turn your heart toward the side and get this nice engagement. So the arm is working against the outer knee, the palm is open, just getting a nice fullness here to the breath. Release out of that, take your right hand to the outside of the left knee, and again, work the right arm very firmly against that outer knee area to twist, to turn your gaze toward the left side, and just enjoy this fullness here. You breathe in deep and long. Now come back to the center position. We'll do a forward bend now. And forward bends, when we're doing a practice to keep our head elevated above our heart, are a little tricky. So as you come forward, maybe you can take your hands to the mat. You want to keep your head lifted. See if you can walk your hands forward a little bit more. Maybe you can take your elbows away from each other, bend the elbows. Your head is still lifted. You're working your legs. The legs are not passive. You're pressing the baby toe side of the foot very firmly. You're drawing forward, but you're not drawing down that much. Think forward, not down. Head stays lifted. Inhale, rise up, come out of the pose. Let's lie down with a little elevation for your head. Let your shoulders be on your mat. Draw your right knee in. Hold on to the right knee with the left hand. Urge the left top of the thigh to draw down and reach your right knee over to the right side. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Now trade hands. Take your left hand to the outer right knee. Take your right arm to your side. Let the right hip lift up off the mat and just turn toward the left side. Inhale, lift your right knee up. Exhale, straighten your right leg, just reach it out. Take a moment to just kind of feel the difference in the sides. Draw your left knee in as you're ready. Just pull the left thigh into a lot of flexion here. And as you're ready, release your right hand and place it to the top of the right thigh. Just press the top of the right thigh down as the left knee goes over to the left side. Just encourage the hip to open nicely. Now inhale, lift your knee up. Take your right hand to the outer left knee. Free your left arm. Lift your left hip as you turn your left knee toward the right side. Keep your right leg very active. You're doing this very slowly. And just notice the sensations you have. Come back to the center position before releasing your leg down. Now reach your arms up and over your head. You get this nice fullness, nice lengthening quality before releasing your arms to your sides. Close your eyes. Allow your arms and your legs to feel very heavy. And that will free the pelvic area to relax. It allows your shoulders to relax. If the elevation under your head doesn't feel quite right, then you can remove that as you take time to restore, to rejuvenate, to recollect the actions that you did. You breathe in deep and out long. You breathe in deep and out long. And one more time, breathe in deep and out long. Now feel as if the breath is very free and natural. Enjoy this time of restoration and rejuvenation in Savasana. Namaste.